although we are already live, but till the time I don't see it here, I won't be able to see that it has started flashing. Okay, here we go. Okay. Welcome everyone on WRITERNAAMA Creative Coffee Series. The very first thing is not a sorry, but this time I'm very proud that I'm doing it at my own pace, not going by the definition of consistency. So yes, Creative Coffee started just like that. And that's what I wanted in WRITERNAAMA, to go after a certain time when I started author to author series, and I
Coffee series.
who used to in structures, and I used to believe in all the plotting and planning, and that's what the author to author series belonged to, where something logical happened, which was my clients completing the book, and then I did something logical, which was interviewing them. But when it came to Creative Coffee, I just did not had any idea what am I going to do. I just wanted to be with my people who are in my community, in my book club, and just wanted to have a chit chat with them. Most of them are renowned coaches. Others are renowned, freelancers and content writers, content creators. And one thing which is very beautiful about us is our constant, we are thirsty for creativity. And everybody in the community has that beautiful perspective when that comes up, either through a book or sometimes through a discussion. I'm completely blown away. And I just thought that let's tap into that feminine part. Let's just trust the process and get into it. The name also flashed at the, at what would I say? Just at the moment, spur of the moment. So there was nothing planned. And now that I have got into this, and now then when I have started taking one after the other episode of the series, gradually as you walk, the path shows and the path starts to showing to yourself. And I'm realizing that it is more towards those people who are hungry for learning. It's made for those who are very thirsty to upgrade themselves, who are the ones who are never ready to give up, who are the ones who know that, these upheavals or maybe these storms may be a part of life, but it is us, and which is in our power, and people who are ready to practice that, ready to tap into that frequency, that we are the creators of our own storms and our own peace in life. And be it from coaches or be it from anybody, but whoever is in my community, I thought to pick them up. So that's how we are going forward. The ideas may change, and I would love that if this idea behind the Creative Coffee series keeps on evolving with time. And I'm loving this beauty of changing the ideas. So welcome once again. And today we have a wonderful, wonderful coach on board who has also been an author. And she has written a book under my coaching last year, which was No Rules of Parenting. So there's a twist in the no. It's the N-O, no, is strike off, and there is K-N-O-W. So those who know her by her book title can already guess who she is. And those who don't know her by the book title, a little introduction about her is that she's the lady whose dreams are bigger than her excuses. She's the lady whose courage is something which outshines her. She's the lady whose confidence is something which sparkles her personality. And she's the lady whose constant drive for learning, whose consistency is something which I look up to. And although she might have been a very new in her coaching journey, but the wonders she has done that got me pulled into her program. So with that, I will be soon welcoming a special lady. Any guesses who that lady is? Any guesses? I'm just checking the chat box here of the live session. So any guesses who's the lady? Okay, I guess there are no guesses. And somehow we have got her off from the screen, so that let's just wait for that. Before that, I just wanted to talk about a little bit about Creative Coffee series, how it is going to be and how I have planned it. Basically, I have not planned anything. I am doing impromptu sessions here, and the questions will be impromptu. Definitely the answers will be impromptu. And that's the beauty. The whole year, I want to experience this energy of being spontaneous, just doing it. So the other day, our mentor and our Reverend Guru, Henosh sir, who know them, can relate to the name very quickly. What he did, once he asked me that, there was this phrase, just do it. And what is it which encourages you in this, or what kind of ideas do you get in your mind when you're listening to this, just do it by Nike? And I closed my eyes, took a deep breath, and asked myself that in these three words, which is the word which would encourage me to go forward or to, take that action. So I just told him that it makes me think about taking the action. However, if you're asking about a particular word, for me, it was just. And he was kind of taken aback because the normal answers were do, because the action is in doing. And I explained that because why just? Because, doing, we always say that we will do it. But there are so many ifs and buts and patterns and beliefs which keep coming in between. However, if there is one word which would give me a bit of, push more than just doing, is that just? Because I guess that is very liberating. That gives me a lot of freedom that, it's just, it's free from all the limitations. It's free from all the beliefs. It's like, no matter whatever it is, just do it. And today, the coach who is on board is going to do just that for us and introduce something which is just on these lines, which will get us just on the path of healing. So I welcome Tapaswinee Chaudhary, who is inner child healing coach, NLP trainer, and also the founder of Soul Mirror Hub. And I welcome Tapaswinee, you here. I seriously look up to you for the kind of unfathomable consistency you have, unfathomable dedication you have. How do you do that?
Thank you so much for amazing, such a deep level, introduction. And how do I do that? That's something that, you don't know how you do that. Something on that note, I will start from NLP is my base always. So we say, what you acquire, you don't know what is that. It runs behind you. There is programming is always running behind you. And that keeps on running us. So knowing that we all have some default programming and we don't know what is that factor exactly driving us. And on that, when I digged inside my own pattern, what I understood is there is something maybe, I don't want to be pointed out. I wanted to keep my own commitment. My commitment is something when I say I will do it, means I will do it. And that I will do it from somewhere I have maybe picked up that maybe some pointing out in my past, maybe some, good factor which I got praised and I liked it about it. And that's how my commitment is quite, very important for me, which makes me to be consistent in whatever I commit to. So thank you so much for giving this commitment, queen, that level. And it is a pleasure to have with you, WRITERNAAMA and Soul Gurukul, which always enlighten me to follow, to embrace the path that you're walking always. It's always vice versa. We keep on looking at each other and, that's something that your spiritual path, the way you connect yourself is something, it keeps on riding me. So thank you so much for being that part of in my life.
Oh, that's so heartwarming. And I guess it is always the two-way things when it comes to raising your frequencies or coming into that vibration, that it comes from both sides. If it starts from one side, definitely that gets converted and somewhere it touches the other person. So whoever has touched whom first, I don't care. But what I care about it is that we are evolving together.
Absolutely. Very true. Very true. We are evolving together.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
So with that, since the whole soul theme or the whole soul of WRITERNAAMA is about creativity, I prefer asking creative questions. So let's not go with the normal traditional questions about what inner child healing is. Let's be more creative.
Right.
So ask, what is not inner child healing? So let
Wow.
the people out of their myths. And I would love to know your thoughts on that.
Yes, such a beautiful way. You are always like a mind blowing in your question. Mind blowing. You kill me with your questions, basically. Thank you so much. Basically, it would have been, very uh, difficult when I say what is inner child healing when you ask. I would have been answered in a very easy format. But here, this is something that I would love to answer in this way, in a creative way, that is WRITERNAAMA way, of course. Yeah. What is not inner child healing? The not factors, we don't know how it is running and diving us, but the not factor is very important again. Okay. There are two factors we always keep on running. So which I keep on telling to my clients also. You always go on two factors. That is what is it and yes and no factor. So this is that no factor of it. Okay. Inner child healing is first thing, let's understand how do we get that. I would like to address the wounds first. Okay, that's the inner wounds, which is somewhere or the other we have it within us. Okay, what is inner wound? That I'll be taking somewhere or the other in next question. But I would say it is something your inner wound जो कि आपको दिखाई नहीं देता है, but you have it. And over here, what happens is it's streaming, right? Yeah, I'm just checking on that with note. Yeah. So over here, what happens is we have spent inner child, right? So it is your childhood time. First of all, from our childhood time, we have inculcated so many things together. So when we understand inner child, first thing the people does is, okay, because of this, I have inculcated all this behavior or my relationship issues or any type of all type of issues that it is going on in my life. Not only issues, the good thing also it is happening with you in the same time. Okay. But we generally address a little bit of the other side of the coin. That is what is not working in your favor so that you can improve on that areas. True. So here what we do is we start blaming our parents. So inner child healing is not about blaming our parents. Inner child healing is about take your own responsibility. Take your own call that I'm responsible for what is going on in my life. This is what is inner child healing. And the inner child healing is not a quick fix, to be honest. It is a ongoing process. A inner child healing always will help you to archive, to get in, associate with the authentic self of yours. And it's a journey. That's all. And which leads to again fulfilling and authentic life of yours.
Wow. So you have answered both the sides. Wonderful. That's the beauty of asking a person who is even.
Yeah, right.
I can relate. I can put myself in your shoes. If somebody asks me what is not creative writing or what is not writing a book, I would definitely touch up the other part as well.
Other part, exactly. Otherwise, it is very difficult to answer.
Absolutely.
What is it? It is, you can easily answer, but what is not means it is very difficult to answer, rather addressing to the what is it part.
Exactly.
Loved it. Thank you.
What came to my mind when you were saying that, when people recognize their patterns and they understand that, okay, this is why it is happening to me. Since those who hail from the NLP community, the very first thing which we are taught is that don't ask why. And I was about to ask you, but thankfully you answered that how asking a why helps. And then when you told that first the realization is necessary, and for that the why comes into the scene.
Right.
So to take care of that it doesn't convert into a blame game, or it doesn't convert into an excuse. It doesn't convert into a place where you are just in the comfort zone, but just knowing the reason you have for the practices which resolve the issues. It's not just about knowing them, knowing your patterns. That's the wonderful, beautiful part, because I've experienced that. Although sometimes it is heart shattering also, because when you come to know that, you have been chained by these things, you've been chained by these thoughts and you never realize. So some are very harsh and some are very beautiful and some are very astonishing also. But the next part of healing is something which actually makes the whole journey worthwhile, beautiful, deep, fruitful, and I can go on and on for that. So thank you for clarifying that, asking why sometimes is important as well. Yeah.
Very true. Very true. And it is a very important part of it. That's what there are many books has been written just with the why.
Yeah.
That ask, you must know your why so that you'll be, guided towards your right way and path.
Yeah. Exactly. So Tapas, coming to the next question is, we always talk about why one should do that, but sometimes it is important to know that what if somebody doesn't do that. So I have heard about this, that everybody needs inner child healing. A person like me, who is a single child, who is the only kid of the parents, and as you know that I entered your program, and when you asked me why are you here for inner child healing, my answer was very funny, that I thought, I said, I just wanted to know because, I've heard a lot about this inner child trauma, inner child healing. And I just want to give it a shot ki kuch hai bhi,
Kya hai ye?
yeah,
Abhi ye bola.
am I facing that? I want to know if everybody has to go through that. So let me also give it a shot, because I really don't know, and I never, knew that there might be something. So yeah, from there to the next step, and it snowballed into, I would say, good things only, despite some better realizations. Since you made us work on that, that has become a very beautiful part. So it has been converted into a very beautiful memory now. So that's the thing. So those who are, I would say, not doing inner child healing, what about them? What if somebody doesn't do this? Have I lost you? Okay, there is some frozen part. Okay, I am getting you back here. So there's some network issue, and pardon us for that. And okay,
Really sorry. I have some mishaps going on. So I'm really sorry. I'm from my phone right now rather than from laptop. Yes.
Okay. All right. So I want to ask,
can go ahead.
My question again, that what about those people, or what happens to those who don't do their inner child healing?
I know it is quite elaborative way I would like to answer this, but this is what it is like true. There are 4 areas of our life we are generally concerned about. That is our health, our relationship, and our the career or wealth, and the way we see to ourselves, the connection with ourselves. Okay, so here the areas that it impacts all the areas when we don't heal our inner child. That's what I loved it about your one, because I know how deeper you are into healing. You read a lot of books, and that's why I have been, I keep on watching and observing you, and that made me to ask you, when you joined inner child that mastery course, I had, like, I was really curious to understand, Heena, what makes you to join? And it was really like being a child kind of question it was for me. Okay. And when I understood, and it is absolutely right, you are right that everybody, I understand this is quite generalization perspective it is going on, but it is true. It happens in such a way that, whether I would like to give with one example, small one. Okay. And everybody, when you connect with such small thing, most of us will have some or the other such type of small incidents with us. Like, let's say today my father went to work, and I want my father to get me that unicorn, something like this, a printed pencil. Okay, because I have seen with some of my friend that my friend is having some pencil. But being a child, that what you are expecting your father will get you, isn't it? And your father somehow forgot to get it, and couldn't like bring that pencil. He forgot that. Okay. And when he came back, he will, like, very politely, very softly, he will answer you, saying, yes beta, like, today I had a very really exhausting day, so I couldn't bring your pencil, but tomorrow I'll get you. Your Again, here I would be explaining the science behind it a little bit of, we have two kind of brains. Okay, one is our emotional brain, one is our logical brain, and third is after processing there, it will come to the other brain, and there the processing will happen. Okay, so when this connection established, this within this two circle, the connection will establish, then it would be a clean, that bypassing will happen. So in this emotional and in this logical brain, here the emotional brain got satisfied with the logical, saying my father did not got it because he was busy. Okay, and then they do the same. You are expecting, okay, Papa, yesterday you forgot, but today you up kaise bhi karke la dena. And the child is expecting the father will get it. Okay, same pencil. The father again did not got it. Again, he forgot it some or the other way. The child again had a question saying, now maybe, you know, my father, okay, there is a very pause kind of thing, a little more deeper feeling saying, no, again my father forgot it. Okay, लेकिन फिर भी accept कर लिया है आपने as a being a child at that point of time. Then the third day, again your father forgot. Similar kind of incident it happened. Okay, it might not be same incident, but three different incident also. But you will correlate all these incidents in one factor, and what you will do over here, you will simply give a reason, because my father doesn't love me, because my father don't care about me, so that's what he did not got me this pencil. And at the same time, again, let's say you have some siblings, you have some other person who asked something else, and somehow he was able to get it or bring it in the first or second go. Then you will start comparing yourself, saying, you listen to my brother or sister or whoever it is the person, but not to me, because you don't love me anymore. And there is a comparison factor. I'm not good enough, wala factor. I'm not worthy enough. That's what my father did not got me. It could be any of the world, because here the emotional and the logical brain couldn't connect, could not, you know, there is the connection got dropped, and the reptilian brain could not process that emotions. And there is a storm in your emotional brain. After that, here the logical brain will be on top, the emotional brain will be on down. The emotional brain will say, I will not allow you to pass it on to me, I'll close my door. The emotional brain will close the door here, and whatever it goes on in the logic, the emotional brain couldn't accept. Here there would be a very huge troop that makes us to anything it comes to us, we will be reacting rather than responding, because there would be no connection happening between logic and your emotions. So when a person does not address it, like this kind of incident, there are thousands and millions and trillions incidents it happened with all of us in some or the other way. However, when we address it, what we do is generally we keep on struggling in the all the four areas of our life. In this inner child work, there is a beautiful factor we say, the way you have your relationship with your father, you are going to have similar kind of relationship with throughout the world. Okay, and again, I would tell you here that I would say this is, you know, father or father wound. I would say that is, you know, it doesn't have to be only father. It could be a mother also in this in the same time, but it needs to be father figure. Okay, to who is father figure? The person who is strict. The person who is not strict couldn't be a father figure also in the same time, right? So on that note, it takes a little deeper work, but it's like, you know, it balances all the areas of your life when we work on ourselves, and we don't work, and then we keep on struggling and juggling behind it, and we keep on struggling in our life, and we don't know why we are struggling, because in our consciousness only that there is many books I keep on, you know, we all have been through. There are couple of factors that we understand. Our consciousness is only 5%, rest 95 is our subconscious, and that 95, which is your subconscious, it has every single thing. So it is really interesting when we wanted to understand, because we can't hack our subconscious apart from without any help of someone. And we can go through many processes. There are processes maybe, I'll be telling you in going forward what helps a little bit of to get inside your subconscious, how to hack your subconscious from in a holistic way. I'll be addressing to that also in some period of time. Yeah. I believe that I have answered your question. You're mute.
Thank you for telling me. So absolutely, you have answered my question very beautifully and deeply. And in fact, it has reminded me of the whole course altogether. And a very new insight also that, the way you have the bonds with your father is the way you deal with the world. And another thing is that your father might not be the original father, but anyone who is a fatherly figure, having that kind of, disciplinarian attitude or the strict attitude, you may start seeing them as father. It might be your brother also, and anybody. It might be a female also, but having the same character.
It might be. True. And no other than you can tell that exactly that, the kind of female figure, how it impacts. Like it is a father figure, basically. Isn't it? So
yeah,
amazing.
Indeed. Yeah. Because I can relate to it in terms of like me maybe associating my mother more like a father in terms of strictness.
Exactly.
My father being a doctor person. So now I can relate that, he has become a motherly
True.
person. And my mother has become a fatherly person for me.
Fatherly person, exactly. That's what I said.
Because it helps you to dig out many other things as well.
True.
Indeed.
True.
So, Tapaswinee, before I ask you some tiny weeny hacks regarding this or how one can inculcate, these things or these practices on day-to-day basis, what I'm looking forward to, because this is what has happened with me. When I started this journey, I just had set an intention in 2024. Many of my community people already know about this, that my intention was like, there was a shot in the dark because I never thought, I never remembered it after that. So I just set an intention, closed my diary and kept it aside for the whole 2024. And things started rolling on in that part. And what I realized, the power of putting it on paper, that how it becomes an energy. And my word was spiritual growth. And one after the other, it snowballed into meditation. And there was this beautiful book gifted by Veenu, who is one of our community member also. And the Soul's Plan, that book changed completely my perspective about certain things which I used to blame myself for. And I understood soul journey on a bit level. I won't say deeper because I still haven't got deeper. That's what I feel. And from there, it completely shook my core that what I was thinking versus actually the reality was not the reality. And that's when I started diving deep. And before that, we had, talked about inner child healing. And I don't remember after that I got into a program or before that, but yes, this year only the inner child healing journey also began with you. And as and when I was progressing spiritually, I was getting abundant, not just in terms of feeling abundant, not just in terms of feeling. So abundance, the whole definition of abundance changed for me. It was not just a money or amount in my bank account, but it was, the peace in my mind, the emotional resilience which I started having, the power of breath which I started practicing, and the stability which I started getting with all the modalities. I would not just say that book has changed, but after that, many things happened. The inner child healing happened, and many other modalities I started delving deeper into. And as and when I was going into that, not just these things got improvised, but definitely I would not say that my bank account did not get better. It, in fact, things which I did not think about happened. Sources which I never thought about, I got money from there. And I was shocked, not because, I'm not worth it. It's nothing like that, but I was shocked because I wasn't paying attention there. I wasn't doing anything to improve my numbers in the bank account. But as and when my frequency was getting better with these spiritual practices, with inner child healing and everything, that part was already automatically, it's taken like it's connected and taken care of. And it's not like that I never hit the rock bottom, or sometimes, I invested more than that and I did not had anything in my account. But when such moments came also, I just thought about it okay, I need to work on something. And it automatically happened that something or the other used to happen. And after that, I got a trust that, I'm protected and I'm supported. I stopped. I anyway wasn't worrying about that, but whenever that worry cropped up after that, that is automatically taken care of. So I wanted to understand this spiritual aspect, or I would say, even if considered inner child healing aspect itself, keeping that in radar, and how this healing helps in financial abundance. Because I'm sure everybody would be pepped up even a bit more after this, because that has happened with me without any efforts. So why not to put the efforts consciously?
Absolutely. And you answered it already. Trust me, you have answered it. What did you just say? Last line is, I felt supported. I felt, abundant. And the other word was, I was enough. Something on that way. It will be taken care. I feel, automatically it will be taken care. So that's exactly would be lacking behind when we run behind something, and that's the part, and these are beliefs in our proverbs, in our traditions. There are a couple of things that it's been inculcated within us. It's like money पेड़ में नहीं उगता, पैसा पेड़ में नहीं उगता है. जो लोगों के पास ज्यादा पैसा होता है ना, वो लोग बहुत कनिंग होते हैं, एंड दे आर नॉट गुड पीपल. और द अदर वे, पैसा ना नजर लग जाती है पैसे को. So you don't show your money to others, or do not speak about what you're earning and all. It's a many money is evil. That's also many people have such kind of things. So what we are doing consciously and unconsciously, we are stopping that energy to come to us. Basically, with this small such kind of beliefs. When we see a very huge luxurious bag in somewhere you are passing on, and you like the dress, a bag, something, it could be of your choice. And when we see, generally, basically, we just see the price tag and we say, oh, no, I can't afford it right now. And that's where the money says, okay, you said just now, right? You can't afford it. Why will I come to you? Knowing that those are the beliefs which has been inculcated within us since our childhood. Again, it plays the role of childhood. And it is so deeper that without a process, it's like quite difficult to get into that zero to I would like to mention this, my parenting coach, that is Manish Sharma, he mentioned one line, and I loved it about this, which I keep on referring to. The way you spend your life from your 0 to 7, you are going to spend rest of your life, that is 7 to 70s, in the similar way. The foundation is so strong because that's your foundation, and you are going to rebuild that. That's on that note. There are many theories. It is there. The theories, one of it is regenerative cycle. It shows exactly and clearly how the similar life you are leading going forward in your life. Okay, yeah, coming back to the money one, it's basically our belief system, which we have inculcated since our childhood, which we needed to just extract those beliefs, those patterns which you are holding it within you. Stop saying yourself, I can't afford it. More than you can say, it will come to me at the right time. Simple sentences of reframe will help us. And in the same time, earning capacity, we shouldn't limit it. We should always, give it a shot. Let the flow of money come how much it wants to. It doesn't have to be एक महीने पे मेरे को 1 ही लाख आएगा या 50,000 ही आएगा या something on that note. So let the open yourself to embrace the money. It's like, जितना भी आएगा मैं ready हूँ. Be ready. You need to have that kind of energy to accept that money on your way, so that you get to embrace it. वो आएगा ना, एटलीस्ट रिटर्न जाने के लिए आपको नहीं होना चाहिए. आप अपना एक जो बेतनहा जैसे बोलते हैं ना, यू नीड टू हैव दैट विद इन यू. आने दो, मैं एम्ब्रेस करने के लिए तैयार हूं, मैं उसको प्यार से हक करने के लिए तैयार हूं. एंड द फ्लो ऑफ मनी, सी दैट. That's what Ambani's and more these multimillionaires people will have that kind of mindset. And the money attracts the other side of money again. There is no blockages on that. And it keeps on flowing inside. And the most important part is we do have the fear of failure. हम ये करेंगे तो फेल हो जाएंगे. That's a very that's a, I would say, roadblocks on your success. To overcome that, and that paralyzes the people to try hit on the other part of the coin. So they will stop themselves. No, I can't do this. That I can't factor. Rather, with small reframe again, yes, I will do it in the right time, or maybe let the universe make me to do it. On such a note, we need to be open. The more you will be open, the more you will attract such things in your life. That is what, and here the best metaphor that I would like to mention is simply let's go to a elephant. Okay, we have, most of us have know that elephant example. When the elephant is a small tiny child, the elephant has been just tied in the leg on a simple chair, the chair which doesn't have any strength at all, but the elephant mind says I am being tied on that that whatever is that ankle in the leg of his. And slowly and gradually, the elephant is quite bigger by now in 1 or 2 year, 5 year, 10 years in that point of time, span of time. But still, that in the mind of the elephant, that is still a roadblocks. That the elephant couldn't go and beyond see the world, what he can do it. Otherwise, for such a bigger elephant, it is just a tie. He could, grab it and throw it off in his head by his leg. So when we are ready, we just have to throw that and just tie it up, unwrap it, face it, what it is, so that you will be able to attract abundance of money in your life. Be open to the money. Be remove all those old patterns which is holding you, so that you can attract what you deserve for. There are many modalities, yet mother of healing the inner child is, that's what it is called, mother of healing all modalities, I mean. So yet there are a couple of factors which helps in day out basis. Probably you might ask, but I would like to answer it here, that there are many practices in your inner child work. It helps us. That one thing, the first thing is, the best of is NLP reframing. Reframe yourself when we are into any kind of negative words, negative sentence towards us. It's better to reframe it so that we start imbibing those new things. Let's make it towards. So being a NLP trainer, it's always helpful for me to take my clients towards this with NLP. NLP is always my base and foundation. That's how I always say. And it takes me to tell them, that 5% is your conscious brain, but train that 5 conscious to hack that 95% of your subconscious. And you can start writing about how do you feel, how your inner child feels about self. And spend time in nature. That is at least 10 minutes to 30 minutes, how max you can. Be with nature, on grass, bare feet. Be in sun. So let the sunlight heals you directly. Be in the wind anytime that you feel that, it's a breezy, quite, a very good wind is coming. So enjoy all that small things. Play with kids. Be a child to live the life. And that's how you keep on healing yourself. There is amazing thing which I always do with my kids is, whenever it rains, generally not always, again, they're also small, they will get sick again otherwise. I run with them, and I simply, we all of us basically, I have 2 kids. So both my kids and me, we always go and sit in the, that rain. We'll be dancing sometimes, we'll be sitting simply, anything we will do, but sometimes we do that. So that's how you can be a kid and enjoy the nature in the same time also. And write letter to your younger self. Helps a lot. How do you feel? How do you, what makes you feel good? What makes you feel bad? And so that the child inside you will talk to you more deeper level.
Wow.
Over to you.
Not just one, but so many tips and very handy ones. In fact, I don't know, it started happening automatically, maybe after getting into inner child healing, that I was more connected with the nature. In fact, I look at it with such a fresh eyes that It's like, I'm seeing it for the first time, the flower, the petals and everything. And I'm just hypnotized over there and I keep staring there. You keep admiring its beauty. And I'm
I missed
I
one thing.
think
I missed one thing. I would like
I
to
had it
mention over here.
before.
I would like to mention, grab the creative Kida. That's the best way to, you can, you can hack your subconscious. Such a beautiful version, admirable journaling is one of the best way, and your creative Kida is amazing, I would say. That's something open up my own vision, my own way of journaling in different level itself. So guys, please grab the creative Kida. That's something amazing, will open up your pores.
Thank you so much for that. For those who are joining for the first time and not aware about Creative Kira, it's a coffee table journal curated, designed by me and one of my friends who has been an author also, Zeel. And in fact, the name also has been given by her. And I have just tried to invoke those thoughts, not just in terms of creative writing, but also in terms of digging deeper into ourselves, because that's the only thing which I think is the best me time for me. Whenever I do journaling, I feel very fulfilled. And I think many of us can relate with that if only we give ourselves that time and we remove our excuses that, oh my God, I have to do journaling, and sit and see the magic. So yes, grab the creative Kira. Thank you so much for reminding me for that. I've never done that in terms of inner child healing, but now that you said it, I could relate the dots. And thank you so much for this insight
Yeah,
as
it
well.
is. Every question is unique over there. Every question, even though it clicks you in such a, inner child is what, when you're connecting with yourself, when
Hmm.
you're connecting with your inner self, that small younger self of yours, and when you're putting your thoughts, it means you're connecting with yourself, your authentic self, and your journaling is a marvelous way, one of them.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
And it really pepped me up.
Yes. And indeed, it is like you the way you have created is amazing. That's what people, can't stop themselves taking it through, can't stop themselves when they start. Like I have seen in the your group only, because I'm also part of it. So when they start that discussion, it couldn't stop. And then four more people will come. What is this creative kid? Come on, tell me.
Yeah.
And none other than, I think she should have been here, who was saying, I loved it about the way she said, what is this creative kid? When will I
Yeah,
get
Vinu
it?
was
Coach,
that.
please tell me.
Yeah, that was Vinu. And after the long
That
discussion,
was Binu.
Kira, and she came and asked, what
Right.
is this and where can I get it? And that was really very cute.
And I
Uh,
loved it about it actually.
Indeed. But I would
Yes.
just say one line because, and even I do, I'm also the culprit of the same thing. I have been doing journaling, like the normal diary writing, from like 25 years plus. And the journaling, the major core journaling part, where reflecting and doing morning pages and doing different techniques of journaling, from almost 5 years down the line, where I've invested a very good chunk in luxurious journals, premium journals and whatnot, even though when I was not earning, because I just thought that, somebody has said that the gratitude takes you to the success. And that's the only thing which was on my mind for at least 1.5 years. And I bought every kind of gratitude journal. I filled it up and definitely the magic started happening. And from
Wow.
there to, gradually moving towards, there was this just one wish which was there on my mind, that I'll make one journal of my own. So that was the idea behind that. But I would still say that journaling, be it Creative Kira or any other journal, if you want to know what are the life-changing effects for journaling, I guess it's that tagline of melody chocolate. Melody khao khud jaan jao. Till the time you don't eat it, you will not realize the magic. Till the time you're not consistent in that, you will not realize the magic. And this question also, uh, this realization also came recently to me, because one of our community members, Archana, she once asked me this question in haste. Actually, I was in haste, not she. And she asked me on call that, can I ask you one thing? I said, yeah, please. And she said that your journey from, it started from being a writer and then moving towards being a coach and so on. And you did NLP, before that you were in arts, and then, you were in business management also, you did aviation and so many, it's kind of a kitchery, but obviously you have grown and evolved through that. And now after getting into NLP, getting certified, now you're into this PCC thing I don't know much about, and then now into your spirituality. So what was that one thing which really worked? And she actually made me speechless. I was like, one thing, okay, one thing, sochna thoda tough hai. And although that time I told her that I'll get back to you because I'm rushing somewhere. And later on, this question kept on, haunting me like a ghost. That what was
Wow.
that thing? And then I thought about it. All started from journaling. For 1 year, I was just blindly journaling. 1 year, I was blindly investing in journals. I didn't think whether I would get this money back or not. I was just like, I want to try this gratitude thing. What the hell is this gratitude? Why everybody is going blah, blah about it? I want to do that. And after that, I got into many other things, morning pages. I invented my own questions,
Right.
journaling and every other kind of journaling. But it all started from journaling, and it's still with me. Whenever there's a fog, it is cleared by, journaling is my vacuum cleaner of my mind. So that happens. So go ahead, be it Creative Kida or anything else, try journaling. Okay, coming back to the track.
At least कुछ नहीं तो अपने बारे में लिखो.
Yeah.
Write it your own, what you're feeling, just write it down. That's also more powerful also at the same time.
Indeed.
And of course, Creative Kida hai hi. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, dear.
Yeah. So one thing I wanted to ask, because this was something which was told to me a few days back from a very close relative of mine. Because they know that I'm into learning, reading books, doing courses. This year I read 40 plus books and then did courses. This, that,
Wow.
they were like, what is the difference between you and me? And I said, what? So my relative said, I do it through books and you do it through courses. And I was like, no, even I do through both of the things. Wherever I feel like, I'm learning, I want to learn through books, I learn through books because I've read 40 books a year. I haven't counted the courses yet, so I cannot give you the count. But yes, I do with the combination of both. And before I tell you my perspective about the difference between the both, I want to ask you and put this question forward to you as a coach to the another coach, that why should people prefer a coach instead of just reading a book? That's a very strong question, because it's not like I want to do sales from here, but I have realized the importance because I've done many courses. I've seen the, goods and bads of being live, goods and bads of having a recording, and then finally curating my own perspective. Then how can we blend it together? How can we still give the best of the values to people? So I want to put this forward to you, that books versus coach. And I believe that
amazing question.
it's something where we would say, now being a coach and also being on the other side of the table, being a student also, why should one prefer learning such kind of modalities through coaches, and preferably after learning from coaches, getting into the books, but not before that?
True. See, books are always our friend. That's what I feel it. Okay, any book. I generally would say book is my friend. Okay, but again, when I wanted to learn something, it can give me some idea about it. It's a very layman perspective, but I would like to say in this way only. It just, books are extremely valuable. I am literally, I want to tell you this experience of mine, okay? This book, hope you remember, okay? I'm into manifestation. I used to be, what I mean, I used to be zero into manifestation. I didn't used to believe कि मुझे लगता है कि नहीं, बस आप मेहनत करोगे तब फल मिलेगा. There is nothing called free fun. That was very strong within me. And exactly that was a boundary for me, and it was stopping my ways to attract abundance in my life. जब मैं मेहनत करूंगी नहीं तो मुझे वो फल कैसे मिलेगा? अगर मेरे को कोई फ्री में दे देता है ना. And trust me, this happened with me. Not only with money, but the mindset you have towards something, the mindset you will have towards everything. You will see everything in the similar way. So it's like, मेरी एक client आई, मेरे को simply I love you बोली. Let's say वो आके simply I love you बोली, and trust me, like I couldn't digest that I love you. अच्छा तेरा क्या कुछ तो काम होगा तेरा मेरे साथ, इसलिए तू I love you बोल रही. I literally wrote that, and it was a big use LinkedIn post of mine. See how I am not ready to accept the love from this world. I couldn't even digest the, because मैंने कुछ किया तो नहीं है ना, तो तुम मुझे क्यों दे रहे हो? ये प्यार भी ना अदला बदली है, मैं कुछ करूंगी तब तुम मुझे दोगे. And it is exactly, it works in my that manifestation technique. When I'll work, मुझे इतना पैसा मिलेगा या इतना abundance मिलेगा. अगर नहीं करूंगी नहीं मिलेगा. मैं इतना काम करूंगी मुझे खुशी मिलेगी. मुझे इतना करना पड़ेगा तो मुझे ये मिलेगा. So it is always give and take away. But the abundance doesn't work in this way. It works in a open way. So when I wanted to understand, I of course want to go a very deeper level, but starting with a small book can give you a perspective. It will give you a value, but a coach, thousands of books together can give you the knowledge in one structured format. And it, especially when we talk about inner child healing is hacking your subconscious and unearthing our one layer by layer our consciousness and getting inside our subconscious. And that books, it is quite, as you get into the process, start hacking it, धीरे धीरे आपका body भी उसमें adjust होता है. Our body is not prepared, our body is not ready to accept that, because we do have another pattern again. We don't want to lose anything. Whether it is a junk inside us, it's like our body is full of junk. अगर हम लोग देखेंगे तो उस type के thoughts and beliefs से, but we don't want to lose anything. So we are so patterned that we love to stay within that. And how does it reflect? It reflects as in different diseases within us. Okay, so a coach can give you a very safe space to help you, to take you through where you can express yourself. You can open up yourself up to whatever extent you like to. Can you open up inside? That, like, that's a one-way process. And that's a one limiting, because whoever has written that book, whatever that person's thought, that person will give you. And when it comes to a course, it is all about a research, all about a person has done multiple research, not only one person, maybe many person together, they have done multiple researches and they have made and prepared a course out of it. It's a guided process, and to hack your subconscious, feel it, process it, release them on the way. When it comes to inner child work, I would say it is a personalized tool. It would be addressed to your personal and whatever and wherever that area that you are getting the challenges. It's like the 4 areas of our wheel, the wheel of life, when we consider the all areas of our. So it personalized, let's say you wanted to improve in specific area. So when we balance our own connection with self, start with and go on slowly and gradually to our parents, and then slowly, gradually to next process of the way we see the world on that way. So basically, this is how we go on the ladder, connecting with self first of all, and then fixing our relationship with our parents, which you don't know you do have it, which you don't know. आपको पता भी नहीं है कि आपके अंदर क्या क्या है. इतना ज्यादा deeper होता है. And more of it, you will get an accountability. Your coach will help you to be accountable, or maybe if it is a group process also, you each other in between that, you will have the accountability to pull each other to do the process, to take you through the process. So it's really important when you wanted to really understand anything, learn anything, then go under a course. Then in between that, the coach itself will prefer you some of the books. Your friends will prefer you some of the books. The universe will bless you with a couple of more books to again open up more pores inside, like towards that topic. So that's what the importance of a coach, and of course, importance of book, I can't ever deny. It is very important part. But again, as you said, like coach will give us a different perspective, and book is a one-person perspective. That's all.
Yeah, indeed. I definitely agree. And when you said I hadn't thought about this part, the safety part, and after getting certified from ICF PCC, I know how important it is to create that safe space. Many of us ignore that, including me. I never thought about it, as I said, that's what we have been doing, maybe unconsciously. But how it is important is because when you get into any kind of modality, the books are there with you. But nobody will come out of the book when you will suddenly get a shock about something which is very unpleasant. And that time, to come out of that, maybe that might be guilt, that might be shame, that might be shock, that might be denial, that might be anger, that might be self-hatred, that might be any other thing, which will again, you are at risk of creating another pattern when you are actually accessing these all by yourself. It's like, you're flying a plane and you don't need the training. Okay, I have a manual and I'll read it and I'll fly the plane. Don't worry, I will be safe. But how about, operating that complete keyboard, learning it from the pilot itself? Because the pilot has not read just one book, the pilot has read so many books, has completed courses, has got certifications, has gone through that rigorous training. And that's why when you're getting it from the pilot versus when you're flying the plane all by yourself, just because you've read the books, the kind of risks you are aware to. And that was wonderfully, like, I never thought about the creating safe space wala part, but I know the power of that. We have been doing that, but the power of that is very important, because you may shed tears, you may be angry, but would that heal over there? How would you even know that that has healed? How much that book, a particular book, can help you? And how do you even know that you have landed up with the right book? With the right, every book is right. I'm not against being the author. I cannot say it's a wrong book. However, which level of book you need at the beginner level? Where are you starting from? Where should you start with? All these insights are there with the coach, because they have definitely been into the depth. They are not just here just because, calling themselves a coach. They have done their deep work. They have done their research. And so it is more from your side, which will be getting benefited rather than them, definitely will be happy to help. But if the person is under this part, that's a very beautifully explained thing. Other thing which I wanted to say regarding healing, I see healing as a tree. And there are many strong branches of tree. And through those strong branches, the fruits of healing come out. But the trunk of the tree is the coach when you do the healing. Any kind of healing. It's not just inner child healing. It's not just productivity coaching. It's not just, book writing. What insights a coach will give you, because it's not just the process or the action. It is also about the emotional resilience, your emotional stability while you are going through that process. And healing is never linear nor easy. It is simple, but not easy. It is simple. When you look at the steps, it is simple going in the nature. But is it easy to every day go and sit and having that zeal? Where would that come from? From a book or from a coach when you understand the perspective in deeper ways? So that was really mind-blowing, because all this while I just had one strong reason that books may be one, but as you said, coaches will be undergoing more books. Plus, books may have unfiltered information, something which you don't even need, and that is taking your time and energy. Whereas when you are coming to a coach, the coach knows exactly what needs to go in. It's just like that balanced diet. You are overeating there, which is nowhere helping you. I mean, somewhere you are getting help because some part of you is getting nourished. But what about the wholesome nourishment? What about ensuring that vitamins are going in the good amount, equal amount, balanced amount? And that's what the coach does to you. So wonderful perspective on that. I absolutely love the safety part. Okay, so
Thank you
Tapaswinee,
so much.
we have some wonderful questions here, and I'm putting one by one to you. One, Sarah is asking that, is evil eye real or just a belief system of our mind?
Can you repeat this question? Even I'm just trying to read which question you're talking about. So probably, is it evil eye real or just a belief system of our mind?
Yes.
It is in your mind, first of all. Then it is its manifestation. Okay. When you think it is there, it will create. When you think it is not there, it won't create. So it is over here.
Good story here. I heard it. I don't know where I read it. It must be on internet only.
Of course, you are a story master. Please go ahead.
So there was a guy who was taking a long walk, and he reached to this desert, the Registan part. And there he was thirsty after walking such a long part, and then he was wanting that water kahin se mil jaye, pani mil jaye. And suddenly he saw that ek pani ka oasis is there. There's some pond, and he went, and although he was amazed ki how come desert ke andar this is there, but okay, his first motive was to quench his thirst. He went and did that. And after that, he was like, there's a lot of sun over there. Hope I get some shelter, thoda chaya mil jaya, shadow aa jaye, and I want to rest over there. And next glance he casted, and he saw a tree, a very lush tree, and with a lot of branches, and very dense tree. And again, amidst the whole desert mein ye tree kaise hai, question aaya zarur, but then he went, theek hai, chalo, mujhe to aaram karna tha, I got it. And while sitting there, obviously he took a nap, he rested some time, and when he got up, he was like hungry. And as the thought came, the food appeared in front of him, whatever he liked, whatever he was imagining about. And he was like, this is again very different thing. And so whatever he was thinking under sitting that tree, it was getting true. And then he started doubting that, where am I? Why this tree is giving me all the things? And I hope there are no ghosts here, or there's no black magic done over here. I hope there are no ghosts. And as soon as he thought about ghosts, the ghosts appeared. And he got scared that, why are they here? Are they here to kill me? And he invited his own death by thinking that. And that tree actually is nothing. It was a kalpavriksha in old times, but now we have that kalpavriksha in our mind, which is called subconscious. So if we believe that, the nazar will happen, we are inviting those frequency that, okay, then there is a lower frequency where we can tap into. There's a possibility. And as soon as the universe listens to this word, oh, there's a possibility that we can tap there. Okay, we are giving it to you, ask and it is given. And that's how the frequency thing works. And I still have this, because before that I used to believe in nazar. And it all vanished after that, okay, you invite your own nazar, you create your own nazar.
I don't have to go so further. I just wanted to really, really apologize for my own, such thinking. I have to apologize to myself for such thinking. I just wanted to give a real example. Couple of half an hour back, probably, I got logged off, right? And somehow my laptop has got battery, some issues is there. And there was a power shut down right now within the session when it was happening. And I have in my mind, I'm aware consciously that I'm going to, log in and it's going to be live. And I wish Bhagwan मेरे को बचा लेना कि मेरा बस power shut मतलब जो बोलते हैं ना current fluctuate ना हो जाए, because my battery is not working at this point of time and it is yet to be fixed. My technical part is yet to be fixed. And I really, and the same, it came when I was on Wednesday session, but immediately I reminded myself, I have to say this, I have to cancel this thought of mine, and I canceled it, but I couldn't cancel it right now and see what happened. It was a live example. I keep on taking 4-hour at least classes every single day. It never happens with me. Never ever happens. एक घंटे के हमारे conversation के अंदर मैं log out हो गई because of my battery. See the kind of incident that I attracted towards me. It is nothing but the frequency. I simply energized that part of it and I said, the current to jayega. Oh, and it didn't went for much period of time. It just went for a couple of seconds. And it came back again. And within that, my najar is done. See, najar is just another najariya. Exactly.
Yeah. There are many incidents. Like once I understood this energy game, and I could relate to every part of mine, where how I was managing my son earlier, and now how do I manage? So earlier I had this dar and fear in my mind. Oh God, I will take him on board, he'll fall flat. Oh God, that should not happen. And that only used to happen. And now, since I understood this, everything is so seamless. And I know that, I'm the one who decides and call the shots here. So
and that's where, that basic of NLP comes, that reframe it immediately. That's cancel your words, what it says, and it start reframing it. And that's what the NLP plays. The foundation always, that's what my base, I keep on repeating this. अगर कुछ नहीं तो फाउंडेशन तो पक्का कर लो, ताकि आपका एक फाउंडेशन बन जाएगा कि what you need to adopt and how you need to lead your life towards it. Yeah. And that's what I always keep on referring to every single person in my client list also.
Yeah, indeed. And W3 coach, who is our Bhanosh sir, has also commented that nazar is just another nazariya. Yeah, I totally agree. Very beautifully articulated. Yeah, but not the helpful nazariya. Very beautifully articulated. Thank you for your inputs. And with that, I hope we have answered, Sarah, your question. Your second question is, so I'm reading out for you, Tapaswinee. I made a vision board for 2024 just to test whether it is true or just overhyped. To my surprise, a lot of things got accomplished effortlessly, but a lot of things did not work even after a lot of effort. So can you, like, are you ready for the answer?
Yeah, of course. Like, again, what you resist will persist. That again is a answer to that. And the other thing, your najar is another najarya. Because that's a strong, believe inside you that I'm unable to do that. You're unable to surrender to that process. You're unable to believe that I can achieve that. I believe that I'm a bit strong in this, but this is how, when you dig down, ask yourself that question, that what is stopping me? If, you know, everything I would have it, what stops me? What is stopping me to achieve this? You'll get your answer. And it is so clearly, it will come that a small thing might be, maybe your own, that trust of achieving that. Maybe you think that I'm not capable enough to achieve that, or I'm not yet ready, I'm not doing that much work towards that. As you say, you are doing it very much towards that, you're putting your effort towards that. Then you need to think about it. Are you thinking that you are ready to achieve that? So it's all in our belief. What you think, you will be able to achieve it.
Yeah, indeed. That's very powerful. It's the belief and thought where it starts from. In fact, regardless of the actions, sometimes we take action,
Regardless of the action.
but the action is kind of affected by, maybe I'm doing it here, but my mind is saying that you're not worth this amount of money. How would you handle that? And if those kind of
Exactly.
questions are coming, so that alignment is not there actually. And without
Alignment is not there.
manifestation gets hampered. So it's all energy, scientific work, even though the manifestation may sound woo to many, but it's not. All right. So thank you so much for this wonderful session, to all of you, especially to Tapaswinee, for taking out time and shedding light on the very important aspect of life, which is healing. And I believe that healing is a journey which never stops and should not stop, because that's what keeps you going through whatever comes in your life, all the good things, including.
And you can achieve anything that you want when you heal yourself. Otherwise, exactly like Sarah just now shared, I know this is quite understandable, that when you open up to the healing, automatically the healing is a process. It automatically happens when you are in the right process, and that will open up many other gates also in the same time. Your alignment, you will be able to answer yourself, when is the right time? If it is that's not happening, let's say, when will it happen? You will be able to answer, because it will be quite clear for you from your mental perspective here. You'll be able to see, visualize that way. There are many factors, all the procrastination, the way that we handle the relationship factor, the disease that we carry, everything has been answered in this inner child work.
Indeed. I
Which
remember
is my course especially.
also. I remember
Right.
procrastination, like somebody in the group asked that, is procrastination a pattern from childhood? Like, does it has any relation with childhood? And I just had replied, yes, please contact Tapaswinee for that.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
thank you
So
so
it's
much,
deeper.
one of you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting. Thank you so much for giving, being in this field. And I know how busy you are, yet you have contributed so much of 1 hour of your time. So it's a pleasure to be with you. Thank you.
No, I'm not busy. I'm just buzzy with happiness.
But loved it.
Keep buzzing with happiness,
Loved
because
it.
that really matters in the rat race of life. One should take a pause and take some time for chit chat and conversation also. So that's what Creative Coffee keeps on doing and will keep on doing. Thank you all for joining in. I hope we did a lot of talks, chit chat, insights, and also entertainment to all of you. And we'll soon come again with lot many other things. Some might be the author to author series as well. And yes, thank you, and wishing you all the healing in this world holistically. Thank you, Tapaswinee.
Thank you so much.